Hi everyone, welcome back to Discover and Learn. We have been talking about this framework which is called Think, Visualize and Speak. I've given you enough examples. I've come up with conversations, I've come up with different activities which will help you to start speaking in English. Start thinking, visualizing and speaking in English. See, visualization is a very effective tool which you can take advantage of. That is why you have to train your brain to start visualizing things and start putting that visualization into words or sentences. That is what we have to do right now. That is what we have to practice in order to speak English fluently and confidently. So today in this session, I'm going to take up another activity which is definitely going to help you to start thinking in English or start thinking, visualizing and speaking in English. So guys, if you want to speak English fluently and confidently, you have to start practicing, you have to start speaking, you have to start training your brain to think and speak in English. There's no other way. And this is what we do here. So if you take my sessions every single day, you will definitely be able to practice English speaking. You will definitely learn something new and it will help you to start speaking in English at least, or to start practicing English speaking. And that is why my sessions are different. On that note, guys, welcome back to my channel. I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. But if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, quickly subscribe my channel, like and share my videos. Do write your comments in the comment section and do not forget to press the notification icon so that you get all my videos on time, free of cost and access to all the amazing content on this channel. What you have to do is stay tuned, stay connected and watch my entire video to master this skill. Now let's begin with the topic. So today I have come up with another activity which is very interesting, which you can start doing immediately to practice English speaking, or to practice English speaking in the right way to get fluent and confident in speaking in English at the earliest. Practicing the right way is very important. If you are practicing in the wrong way, it is not going to give you results. But if you start taking up basic, general, common conversational, everyday spoken topics and you start speaking on it, it will actually help you to speak English in lesser time. And that is why I prefer to take up such topics so that you can relate to it. It becomes easier for you to speak on it and deliver. Okay, so another activity which I'm going to talk about here is food review. We all eat 3 to 4 times a day. We all go out to restaurants and hotels and parties and we have food there and we do talk about it, right? So whatever is there in front of us, we taste it, we eat it and then we speak about it. So why can't we start doing it every single day? If 3 to 4 times a day, if you start speaking about your food, if you start reviewing your food, see how much it is going to help you with, right? So let's give it a try. So here I'm going to take up a video which I have shot during weekend. I was out for dinner and we went to Subway. So I'll talk about what I had there. I'll show you the video and I'll speak about it so that it's easier for you to relate to it and understand how we can talk about it. So in this way, you can take up any food, any your home cooked meals like your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, snacks, outside food, anything you can take up and you can just start talking about it in this way. Okay, so this is also a very important exercise or an activity which will help you to become fluent and confident in speaking in English. And this topic is everybody's favorite. We all talk about food. We all love to talk about food actually. We speak about our favorite food, what we want to eat right now, like, we are in office or it's a snack break or a tea break, or if we are at home also, it's raining outside or it is, hot outside. We crave to have, either hot food or cold food. So this is how we talk about food, right? So let's speak about it. Think, visualize and speak about food. So I'll show you this video in the background and I'll talk about it. Okay, Last Saturday, we went to Subway to have dinner. We wanted to have something healthy. So I thought of trying Subway because they have come up with a new menu as well. So we wanted to give it a try. And that is how we went to Subway. Okay, so here I gave a background about how we went to Subway or how we decided to eat Subway that day. Okay, now next, coming to the video, I'm going to talk about what we ordered and how was the taste. Okay, so first I'm going to talk about what we ordered there. So when we went to Subway, there was a lot of options. New options were also available. So after having some discussion with my family, we decided to have 3 types of subs. One was a super saver sub which had a paneer patty inside which is crispy. The other one we had was paneer tikka sub. And the third one which we had was a aloo patty sub. So it was all vegetarian. We ordered vegetarian there. And along with that, we took a Sprite and a cookie which my daughter ordered, a chocolate chip cookie. I'm going to tell you how the taste was and what all ingredients were there in the sub because it is a heavy loaded burger or a sandwich. So they have a lot of things which they put in the sub, which makes it quite heavy and healthy as well. So the first thing we did was we opted for the bun. And then inside we had all the veggies from olives to jalapenos to pickled cucumber to lettuce and onions and tomatoes. So all the veggies we asked them to put inside. Because of course if we are having an aloo patty there or a paneer tikka, so we wanted it to be healthy. So we had all the veggies. We told them to put all the veggies inside the sub. And apart from that, we have to choose a lot of sauces also. If you don't put a lot of sauces, it will be a dry burger. So we chose a lot of variety of sauces like barbecue sauce, mayonnaise, chipotle sauce, sweet chili sauce, ketchup, etc. etc. There were lots of sauces, Thousand Island, etc. So we chose a lot of variety of sauces and we asked them to put all of them except the sweeter ones. So they made it according to our choice. And when we started having those burgers, it was a loaded sub with lots of sauces. It really becomes very messy also while eating because it's so drenched in sauce that, the bread also or the sandwich also starts breaking. So you have to hold the sandwich and you have to eat and you have to concentrate a lot while eating. So that is the messy part, but otherwise it was really yummy. I actually enjoyed the sub after a long time. And it was yummy. And yes, I forgot, they also put a cheese slice as well. I thought of replacing it with mozzarella, but I forgot to say that. So they put a slice of processed cheese. So that was something which I regretted later that, I should have asked them to put mozzarella instead of processed. So anyways, but it was yummy. The chocolate chip cookie which my daughter ordered was very sweet. I really didn't like it. Last time we had dark chocolate cookie. It was good. But this time this cookie was very sweet. So I didn't like it much. But of course my daughter enjoyed it. So overall we enjoyed our dinner. And one more thing I want to say here is, for me, why I preferred eating at Subway was just because they give a lot of veggies also. So it's basically a combination of healthy and unhealthy stuffs. So you kind of think that it is balanced. So that is why you don't feel the guilt of having a fast food. So these two are the highlights of Subway, and that is why people prefer eating there so that they can have burgers guilt-free. And I don't know how much true is this, but yes, I also go with that same feeling. Anyways, so that was my Subway dinner. Now, here what you can do is you can just talk about anything which you have eaten or you want to eat or you are eating. You can talk about Burger King, you can talk about McDonald's, you can talk about Pizza Hut, you can talk about a Haldiram or anyone. Pani Puri, a chaat, anything, whatever you wish, you can just talk about that. If you're having tea and biscuit or tea with some snack also, you can just take that opportunity to speak about it in the same way, right? Why did you go to have tea, or where did you have tea from? What did you take along with the tea? How was the tea? How was the snack? So you can just talk about that, right? So if you start speaking in this way about food, 4 to 5 times a day, you will be speaking in English. This is how you're creating an English environment for you, and you're immersing yourself in English, and you're speaking in English as well. You're actually speaking in English, and you're training your brain simultaneously by speaking in English, right? So what is visualization or visualize? Visuals. The word is visual, right? So visual means to see whatever is visible to you. So your food is visible to you, any picture is visible to you, any scene is visible to you, anything which is happening is visible to you. You've experienced something. These things are all visible, right? It is happening with you. It has happened with you. So you can visualize it, you can recall it, you can remember it, the entire scene. So that is why it is very important. Whatever you can see, to start describing that. This will help you to become confident and fluent in speaking in English if you practice in this way, right? So guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in my next session. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep watching, and keep exploring. See you. Bye-bye. Take care.